to let you guys know. I'm actually going on vacation, so there won't be a video this month. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But I'll see you next month. But I gotta go. I gotta catch my flight now. Yeah, what are we waiting in line for?
This is Captain speaking. Is anyone on your pilot?
If you look out your right, you'll see, beach.
Oh, okay. But what about the left?
The left? There's nothing there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh, you're one funny piece of shit, Mr. Cadency. So anyhow, this is the hotel you'll be staying at today.
That's all cool and all, but when I'm gonna slice giant fruit, I brought my own sword. So I was forced to come to the resort jail because I almost killed a grandma. Anyways, I found a Wii. Ah, the Wii. I think no matter your age, everyone has a soft spot for this console. And yes, it wasn't the best console ever, and it did have a lot of shovelware, but when a good game came out on it, it was a good game. And that's where we are now. Since I can't go do things here at my resort, since I'm in the jail, I thought that I could live the resort life with Wii Sports Resort. So, in Wii Sports Resort, there were 12 different games. We have swordplay, wakeboarding, frisbee, archery, basketball, table tennis, golf, bowling, power cruising, canoeing, cycling, and air sports. First up, swordplay. There are 3 modes in this one. You have duel, speed slice, and showdown. In duel, you're put up against other Miis on a small circular platform where you have to fight to knock off your opponent. This game feels great. The motion of swinging the sword feels just right, and the Wiimote matches it perfectly. And then on top of that, the bit of satisfaction you get from beating your opponent and knocking them off the edge is just enough to make you want to just keep playing. And I did. Most of my gameplay footage is of this game, actually, but I had to stop and move on because I had the rest of the game to play. Speaking of the rest of the game, the next mode was Speed Slice. In this, you cut giant foods, fruit, and other objects in a given direction. The goal is to be the first to cut the object. As a kid, I loved this game, but now it's kind of lost its magic. I'm sure it'd be more fun if you're playing against a friend, because then you get the competitive aspect, but against the computers, it's good for a couple rounds. It's not a bad game, though. I want to make sure that's known. I'm not saying it's bad. I just personally didn't enjoy it by myself. Lastly is Showdown. This is a multi-stage game where you have to fight other Miis while walking around Woohoo Island. This one was just as fun as the first one, only you look even dumber when you play this one. At least I did.
Hello, sir. Just wondering how your days go. Okay, I will be back later.
Now it's time for some waterboarding. I mean wakeboarding. I mean wakeboarding. Not waterboarding, wakeboarding. So, wakeboarding has one mode, wakeboarding. In it, you follow a boat and try to do as many tricks as possible. That's about it. Your arms can get tired after playing it for a bit if you're holding them out and you gotta set it down and do it. I noticed that if you just make the Wiimote come straight back, like perfectly straight and flat, it just gives you like a perfect hit almost every time. There's a few times where it didn't work, but most of the time it did, so hot tips, gotcha. But yeah, this one just wasn't that fun to me, so let's move on before the KGB comes back to waterboard me again. Okay, frisbee, can't mess this one up much. The controls take a bit of getting used to. I noticed especially that whenever you would throw it, it wouldn't like control with the momentum. Like if I was pointing the Wiimote this way, it would just go that way even if I'm going like this. As you know, with a real one, like you let go here, it's gonna go, and I mean it's not gonna go straight like that, but it wouldn't go out like that. And that was really weird, but then when I was playing the Frisbee golf mode, it did do that, like it went correctly, so I think it just chooses what to do. I suggest not using manual because it's a lot more fun. Plus the dog's super cute. Shooting things. That's a great thing that you can do at resorts. And you can do it with a bow in Wii Sports Resort. I don't know why I introduced it like that, but basically, all I have to say about this one was that the controls are really weird, only because I've shot a bow before. I mean, it was in middle school, and it was for gym, but I still shot a bow before, and once you do that, it gets kind of weird to not have the tension and everything. So when you're just using a Wiimote and a nunchuck, it feels really floaty, because I'm expecting to be holding something, because I'm thinking that way, but if you can get past that, the controls aren't that bad, and it's actually a pretty fun game with a lot of challenge in some places. Okay, now it's time to hit the hoops. So basketball has two modes here. 3-point shoot, where you shoot from the 3-point line on 5 different angles, and you just kind of shoot the ball until you're out of balls, move on. And it's a lot of fun, actually. The throwing is a little bit weird, but once you get used to it and figure out how to do it, you can usually sink the shot almost every time. I'm sure you could do it every time if you weren't dumb like me. Then in pickup game, which is exactly what it sounds like, it's a pickup game, it was a lot of fun to steal the ball. All the shooting was the same. It took me a bit to get used to it again, because it's from more different angles, and you're controlling 3 different people. But it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed playing basketball. Not like in an actual thing, because I don't like competition. But just playing with some friends is a lot of fun, and this got me that feeling of it without all the exercise. So next is table tennis, and off the bat, this is just a really good game. The Wii Motion Plus serves it so well, and you have just the perfect amount of control on how to hit the ball, how hard to hit the ball, where you're gonna hit it, like what angle, because it goes off the actual Wiimote, and it's just so much fun to play, honestly. Like it's just a good table tennis game. And then on top of that, there's the return challenge mode, where the opponent just keeps throwing balls, and you just have to keep returning them, and then cans show up to hit them and get extra points. And I'm bad at it, because every single time I would just react and hit it off the table, but it was fun. So there's that. So next we have golf. I used to love this game. I used to adore playing golf. I don't know why, but Wii Golf was so much fun. Now it just angers me. And it's only because of when you get to putting. Everything else is fine. You know, it's a little touchy, and it doesn't always feel like it's hitting the exact same way, but whatever. But putting. The Wii Motion Plus just isn't precise enough to get those tiny movements when you're supposed to putt. So you get up to the putting moment, and you're testing it, and you're trying to get it, and it'll just be all over the place when you barely move it. And then when you actually hit it, you hit it, and it shoots off, and now you're down 4 hits. And it kind of ruined it for me. And it sucks, because I used to love it, but I'm sure if I went in with a different mindset and wasn't caring about actually doing good, I'd have way more fun with it. But after playing some actually good, golf games, like some of the Mario Golf games, it just isn't the same for me. Okay, now let's talk about bowling. Everyone remembers bowling on the Wii. It was the game on there. I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone to list off some of their, favorite moments of playing the Wii as a kid, bowling will be up there as one of the first couple, top 5. And it is for me. I love playing bowling with my friends, and my family especially. The Wii would be out in the living room, and I would be like, oh, let's all play Wii Sports, and me and my brother would do some stuff with golf, and he'd destroy me, and then we get into Wii bowling, and I just loved it. I loved having fun. I loved throwing the ball behind me, and it's still just as good as it used to be. And then on top of that, there's the 100 pin challenge, which is amazing because you get to see 100 pins fall. And that's just satisfying as shit. And then they could have stopped there, but there's also a spin challenge mode, which was really cool. You have to try to spin around these barriers on the lane, and once you start to get a hang of it, it gets a lot of fun. And this was probably my second most played game, honestly. It was great. Now we are almost done, and the last few aren't so great, so let's just get them out of the way. Power cruising. It's just Wave Racer with slightly worse controls. Canoeing. It's canoeing. Cycling. It's really relaxing, actually. I really enjoyed this one. Maybe it's just because I love Woohoo Island, or maybe it's just the atmosphere. I don't know. But this one, it's nice to do every once in a while. It's calming, relaxing. If you don't pay attention to winning the race, it's just a fun little game. Your arms get tired though after a bit, so there's that. Now, we've finally come to the last game. Air sports. We start off with skydiving. You have to link up with other skydivers in order to get a picture. The more people you link up with, the higher the points. Once that mode's over, you now start diving through the rings of the people to get more points, and then it ends with you just parachuting off. Now, this isn't amazing to go back and play, but it was used as the intro when you first ever boot up the game whenever you bought it. And it's such a really cool intro because you have so much control with the character throughout the entire thing. It's a really good way to show off the Wii Motion Plus off the bat. You just jump in and this is what you get to do. And honestly, it was one of the coolest, intros I've seen in a game like this, on the Wii at least. You know, having you just jump in and do something that will immediately teach you everything you need to know about how to use the Wii Motion Plus. It was really cool. Next is Island Flyover. You get to fly around Woohoo Island in a plane. This is so cool. I love Woohoo Island. I said it before. I just love the look of it. There's so many awesome things to look at. You get to see all the places that you've played previously in all the other games on the island. It's just so cool. I mean, look right there. There's a volcano. And down here, the people, they look like ants. They're so tiny. Hey, the ground's getting pretty close. Oh shit, not again. Now finally is Dogfight. But I don't get to play that because it's just me here. I wish I could, but from what I've seen online and what I remember, it was a lot of fun. It was the same as Island Flyover, but now you're fighting with someone. Oh shit, looks like my flight leaves in an hour, so I better start packing.
Can we get security down here, please? I don't know what this guy's deal is. He just won't leave. He's taking everything. He's taking the soaps.
Home sweet home. Don't ask where I got those.